Hello everybody and welcome to our first project where we are going to code our own port scanner using Python 3. So in the previous section we introduced ourselves to Kali Linux, we installed PyCharm, and now we are ready to start writing our code. Before we start, let's first explain what is the purpose of a port scanner, what it will do, and how are we going to create it. Well, first of all, a port scanner is a program that allows you to scan target machine and discover whether it has some open or closed ports. For example, we all know that the port 80 is used in order to serve HTTP and in order to serve a website page. Now, how would you actually discover whether port 80 is open without visiting that page? Well, using our port scanner, we can see whether we can connect to that port 80 or whether we cannot. If we can connect, that means that the port is open and it is most likely hosting a web page there. And if we cannot connect, that means that the port is closed. Simple as that. So that will be the baseline and the base part of our program. Now let's open a new project, and to do that we can go right here onto File and then New Project. Here we can call it Port Scanner. Click on Create. It will ask you whether you want to open the new project in this window or in another window. I will simply just select this window right here. It will create the virtual environment for this project, and then we can start coding. Now here it is, the port scanner. We will click on New and then Python file, and we will call it portscanner.py. Okay, Python file, we created it. Let me just enlarge a little bit more the font size. So once again to the editor, font, and right here let's go 24, apply, and now we are ready to go. Now for this project we are going to need two different Python libraries. We're going to need to import the socket library, and we're also going to need to import a library called IPY. And we're going to import it like this, from IPY, import IP. Now right away, you might notice that the IPY and IP are both red underlined. This means that the PyCharm cannot recognize this library and cannot find it. So before we actually start using it, we need to download it first. Now there are a few ways that we can actually download it. You can download it using a regular terminal, which we are going to do as a first try right here. So I will just put it like this so we can see everything. Now in order to install a desired library using the terminal, you have to use a command called pip3 install. Now pip3 is a part of Python 3, and it is used to actually install Python 3 libraries that are missing and that you need in order to run your program. Okay, now if you're using a new Kali Linux, you most likely won't have pip3 installed, and in order to install it, you simply just type apt install python3-pip. Press your enter and it will install it for you. For me, it is already been installed, so we can continue right away. Let me clear the screen, enlarge this a little bit, just in case you cannot see what I'm typing. And let's get the library that we're missing. So pip3 install IPY. Press your enter. And it will say requirement already satisfied. Now this might seem confusing because 2 minutes ago I just told you that we are missing this library, that we cannot find it. And here inside of a terminal it says that the requirement has already been satisfied and that we already have this library at this location. Well, that is another part of the PyCharm that you need to understand. PyCharm simply creates a virtual environment every time you create a new project. That means that the library that you have installed inside of your Kali Linux doesn't necessarily have to be installed inside of your PyCharm program. Therefore, this IPY library has not been installed inside of this virtual environment. So where can we install it? Well, you can go here on terminal, and you will see right away that before the root Kali and then the actual directory, we have this VNV inside of brackets, which stands for virtual environment. So right here, if we type the same command, which is pip3 install, and then IPY, press here enter, you can see that right now it is successfully downloading it, and it has downloaded it inside of our virtual environment. Right now, if we lower this, go right here, you can see that this is no longer red underlined, and now we have both of our libraries ready to use. So, I just wanted to show you that because it is really important, and we will be switching between libraries throughout the entire course, so it is important for you to understand the meaning of a virtual environment. Therefore, once you next time try to install a desired library that is missing from PyCharm, don't use Kali Linux terminal like this. You simply just go down here, and inside of this PyCharm project you can install the desired library inside of the virtual environment. So now that we imported the desired libraries, in the next video we can start finally coding our port scanner. See you there. Bye.